this morning as well, the second part of the show. Um, and so I am waiting for David Ford actually to come into the studio. Let me message him and uh, let's see. Let's see. Let me see. Let's see, everybody. Good morning, Turk. You blurry. You frozen, actually. Oh, there he is. Randall, you're frozen. And so I was looking for them to come in. So this morning, you guys get ready for the show. We do have our guest, which is in house. And I did tell them by 8:05, and they're on time. And of course they are. With the grandeur and the quality um and the fortitude as well for what he puts behind his work. I had the pleasure to try on a pair of his glasses at Michael's house. You guys know Michael call you right. So I tried on the white rimmed frames and with the gold, and they look really good on my face. And y'all know I wear glasses. I wear glasses. I wear a lot of glasses. Because I'm blind like that. So I wear glasses. So I don't wear. I really can't wear cosmetic glasses as much because I got contacts, but I really don't wear contacts a lot. Um, but the white ones with the gold, they were gorgeous. They really look good on my little narrow head. And then y'all know I changed my hair quite a bit. I might go fro, I might go curly on them, I might go low. I ain't no telling, but it's always my hair. So ain't no telling. Depends on which way it decides it wants to go at the time. Good morning, busy mama. So we were waiting on Randall to come back in. I don't know what's going on with his internet. He's having problems with his internet. First it came in clear, then all of a sudden get shh. So I think it's his internet. But anyway, and in between time and in the meantime, we do have David Ford in the house, and I want to bring him right on because I don't want to have him waiting long. Good
Good
morning.
morning. Good
Good.
morning.
All right, look at here. This is what I'm talking about, you guys. Now, this is professionalism at its greatest. Good morning, David. How you doing?
Thank you. Good morning. I'm well. I'm
Good,
well.
good. So, David, give us an introduction of yourself. I'd like to hear it from as they call it, the horse's mouth.
All right. Well, I am David Ford, one of the only African American hour designers in this country. Started a brand about 11 years ago, David Ford Collection, and it has moved on to be one of the staples in the African American community provision. And now it's enhancing to the point where we're bringing in fashion as well. And it's a great brand, and been blessed to meet a lot of people in the industry to help this brand grow.
That's a wonderful thing. Now, I know, David, you said you've been in the industry, you've been doing it for 11 years.
Yep.
Wow. And what inspired you to do?
Well, I was a kid that wore the ugly frames as a kid, and I used to draw superheroes. Yeah, and bullied in school, so I would draw superheroes on cartoons every Sunday. So my mother kept actually all my drawings, and one day she was moving, and she said, "What do you want to do with these?" And I said, "I don't know." So I put them on LinkedIn one day, and somebody said, "Let me fly you down to Miami and see those." It
What?
happened to be, yeah, happened to be one of the lead designers of Gucci, and that's how I got my start. And they decided not to take me to Gucci, but to build my own brand.
Really?
Yes.
How nice. David, I never heard that story.
Yep. Yep. That's what happened.
I'm glad I asked.
Ah.
That is awesome. Wow. And how old were you then?
So 11 years ago, so that I'd be 40 years old. I was in
What?
corporate America. Yeah,
That is so you mean 11 years ago they flew you down to Miami.
absolutely they did.
You
Yep,
had some drawings from when you were a little kid.
sure did. Yep.
And
And they were,
you said you were
yeah,
four.
and they, yep. And they were that progressive. They were that progressive that they showed me how to do it. And some of the designs you see today are those designs.
That is awesome, David.
Yep.
That is that. I mean, can you imagine? And I gotta go into this for a minute, you guys. Um, Good morning, everybody. Um, David Ford, you all, is an eyeglass designer, African American. One of how many?
Four.
Four? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm like, what? I knew
Yeah.
like because there's a female, right?
Yeah. There's actually a doctor. There's a
Okay.
doctor. There's another female down in Texas, and there's a brother that's in New York. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew about the female and the doctor. Is that a woman or a man?
She's a lady. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's two women and two men.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow. And you're the
Yep.
fourth.
I'm the fourth.
Amazing. But your story of how you became is outstanding.
Thank you.
And one thing I got to go into it with my viewers are that you all, David, if you all are not familiar with David Ford, he is black eyeglass designer, and now they are into gear wear as
Yep.
well, fashion wear, you name it. And David did he recorded and posted live a lot of times. It was basically live all the time, actually. Um, when he took care of his mom,
Mm-hmm.
and um, I was following that journey with you because uh, 2007 I lost mine, and
Mm-hmm.
it was just seven. It was 4 months directly after my father, so it was really hard.
Mm.
And it's nothing like a mother's love. And I watched you take care of your mom, and I just wanted to say, God bless you.
Thank you.
Because,
It
you know,
had to be done. It had to be done. And one of the things was I wanted to share it with the world because, it could have been anybody's mama, not just my mama. And we don't realize what we're losing.
right,
So I wanted people to see the complete journey, the ups, the downs, the good, the bad. I didn't want to leave nothing in between.
right.
And they got to see her real journey. And I mean, she had thousands of people
I
who
know.
followed her journey.
Yes. Yes, I was one of them. And I mean, it was like, I was like, amazing. And to know that you got this start because of your mom,
Yep, because of my mama.
kept all of your drawings.
Yep.
God,
Hmm.
from when you were a kid up until
Hmm.
40 years old.
Yep.
And then those drawings is what got you to where you are today. David
Correct.
Ford collection. David
Correct.
Ford eyewear.
Yep. This is correct. What we're supposed to do, right?
Wow. It's it's tear jerking for me. I kid you not. Because it's God is amazing.
All
And
the
the
time.
love and just to know the care that your mom took in consideration of those drawings.
Yep.
It's like if it weren't for those drawings, where would you be today?
I would still be working at NASCAR. I was actually an engineer for NASCAR. So,
Okay,
so I would still be designing pistons.
okay.
So, so, you know,
And what a piston designer you'd be. You know?
but the best thing is the last day on my job, I walked in and, they knew I was jumping into eyewear because I was moonlighting doing my work at work. So on the last day, I walked into the boss's office and I said, "Not coming back." He's like, "You joking? Not coming back?" He said, "Are you serious?" I had my bag in my hand, what I had on my desk. I said, "I'll see you later." I said, "I'll never see you again." And I've never been back. Yeah. Now my
And
wife thought I was crazy when
your
I
wife.
came home and said I quit. She was gonna throw me out the house. But it was a chance that I had to take for myself. You know,
Right.
um, if you don't take a chance on yourself, who's gonna take a chance on you? You know,
Exactly.
so I
You
had
know.
to take that chance.
Yeah. And like they say, the thing about that, if God be for you, who can be against you?
Hmm.
The thing, and I find that some people might take it out of context of what it really is. If God be for you, who can be against you? That, but you got to be for you as well. You got
Absolutely.
to take, step out of faith. You know what I'm
Yes, you
saying?
do.
Because
Yes, you do.
basically, that's what that saying is. It's a
Hmm.
saying of, where are you in your faith with me?
That's
God
right.
is actually speaking. You know, it for God is in you. So if God is in you, then it's in you to do this and you want to do this. If God before you, who can be against you? Because God is in you. And if you are for you, can't nobody be against you because you're not going to allow that in. You
That's
know,
right.
it's a big thing on that. And that's awesome how you progress, you where you started from, how you climbed, where you are, and where you're going.
Right.
Because I see it. I do see it for you because I'm like, man, you know, you went. The eyeglasses started coming out, and then you had your mama's eyeglass, and so
Hmm.
that was awesome. And then you brought the clothing out. Now tell us about the clothing line. What's going on with the clothing line?
Well, one of the things that I wanted to do was, I always wanted to do clothing. So now, now the hindsight is, my mother was a buyer for Tommy Hilfiger for her whole career. So I've always been into fashion, and I just never really stepped off into it. But I didn't want to just step off into it. One of the things that we don't have is what's called black luxury, and black luxury is key. Now we go out and buy everybody else's luxury but our own.
Hmm.
Okay. So I had to build something. And when I first started, I was scared to say the word black luxury, and when you say it, that means everybody else is kind of put out the picture. So we created what's called the luxury club. And the luxury club is for us. It's our club. It's something different for us. And the
Mm,
pieces that we're bringing in will let you know, it's for our type of luxury. And I want everybody to be a part of that club. Nobody left out.
mm,
So we got some a little bit over here for this person, a little bit higher scale for this person, but you'll always be able to um buy something, to be a part of that club.
wow. I'm
Hey,
trying.
Mr. Ford, I got a
Yes,
question. How long have you been in business on your own?
11 years. 11 years. Yep.
So you've been growing leaps and bounds in 11 years.
It seems like yesterday though. I'm gonna be honest with you. 11 years is, you think it's a long time, but it's not. When you really consume, 365 days goes really fast. And
I
so I build this thing like daily.
I
It's something new every day, you
It
know.
is. It really is. And when you know what, and it's funny you say that because I've been in sales a long time myself. I started in door-to-door sales, you know what I'm saying? 15 years I was in door-to-door sales. I still am connected with the owner of the business, and I also still approach the product myself because I use it and it's a great product.
Hmm.
But one thing about it, you're right. You It's something new every day.
Hmm.
Something comes into the atmosphere, even though it might not be brand new, but it's
Hmm.
something that brings on a new thought or a new idea
Yep.
somehow. And I want to say, Jonathan Brand said, "What up, David Ford?" and all of them
Good
on
morning.
and Busy Mama and Karen Dickinson and all. And I just want to say this: it's one thing about business. You always got to keep your nose to the grindstone.
Yes,
You
you do.
keep your nose to the grindstone because you have to stay relevant. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yes, you
because
do.
in a matter of minutes, and being in the industry, in a matter of minutes, you'll get kicked to the curb.
Especially with social media. You got a person for 30 seconds a day.
You know,
That's about it. And after that 30 seconds is gone, they'll see you tomorrow.
That's
You know,
it. That's it.
so you have to remember that and make the 30 seconds really impactful. You
Mm,
know, so
really
I
is.
try to make anything I post, I want them to know, wow, has a wow factor to it. So
Mhm.
Right.
we
Right.
work on wow factors.
And I want to go into the wow factor 1 second. I want to share my screen with you guys and show you guys. Bam. Bam. The David Ford eyewear and models.
Yes.
He got some good looking models, sister. And look at them, okay? We can look. Hey, we can look. Okay. But yes, look at the frames. When you hover over the picture, then it shows you the glasses and all. Oh yeah.
I
Oh
like
Got something
those
for
ones with the
everybody.
louver on it. Them are sharp.
Thank you.
yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I like that they're unique.
Thank you. That's the key. The key is being unique.
Oh yeah. I like that outfit she got on. Them boots too, girl. Oh yeah. There we go. There we
Yeah,
go.
those are sharp
There
too.
we go. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I gotta up my A game so I can go and get me a pair of these here. Cause I'm raw. Cause I'm raw. You know, I know my insurance been paying for mine lately.
Mr. Ford, now in the luxury club clothing line, are you geared more toward suits
No.
and formal wear,
So
or
no. So let me tell you. So we're starting with now you see I'm on outerwear now. We're
okay?
doing hoodies, jean sets. This is all custom made. So any piece that you get from the luxury club, it's custom made. So we like to make it to people's sizes. One of the things in the industry that's missing is stuff for the bigger man. That's a big problem.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh God. Oh my
That
God. Oh
so
my God.
so that's one of the things that we cater to. I'm 6 feet 240. Okay.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
imagine me going in Macy's. Okay, it's not a good deal.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's one of the things that made me go into apparel because we can't fit some of the stuff that they can fit. So
For sure.
it's very important to be able to. We want nice pieces too. You know, so that's what we make. We make those nice creative pieces.
Yeah, his Dorothy
That is
collection for his mother.
those are sharp too.
His Dorothy collection for his mother is just beautiful too. A beautiful collection as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, I thought that was a very sweet gesture there. I was like, oh yeah, yeah, he got that for his mom. That's awesome. Do you have a beautiful line, David? Um, one last thing, and I'm not
Mhm.
gonna hold you because I know you're busy. Can I get how people can reach you or your website, which I can put up here myself?
Yeah, definitely the website. I'm on my social media platforms, even though Facebook got me locked down for another 5 days. I just did a 30-day stint for nothing.
You back in jail
Okay.
again?
That's my first time in jail. I ain't never been in jail. That's
Man,
my first time.
do you
I
need some?
can't believe it.
You need some commissary.
Hey, I need commissary. Ain't nobody putting on my books.
Oh,
They gave
man.
I
Hold on.
called a whole number the first time out the gate. I can't believe it.
Oh,
So yeah,
wait.
they got me for 30 days. Somebody hacked my page right before Christmas. And so I won't be, well, it's up, but you can't see my feed for another about 5 days or so. So, if you know what you're doing, you can get there. But if not, nobody sees it. So,
Oh, wow.
they can Facebook, Instagram, the whole 9 yards. I'm here. But yeah, definitely or they can send an email too.
Yeah,
Um,
hold on. What I'm gonna do then is grab this. Let me grab this here. I'm gonna copy this.
It
Your link.
seemed like if they know that your page get hacked, they wouldn't be putting you in jail. And they
Right.
they
got
do
to
it on
know when
purpose.
something is being hacked.
Well,
That sounds like something like they just trying to block people.
That's what it is. A lot of my constituents, it happened to right before Christmas, and so what it
Yeah,
was
when
because we
everybody's
don't,
spending money.
yeah, we're not doing paid ads. Since we're not doing paid ads, they cut your feed,
Yep.
so that way the paid ads get through there without all you in there, without our junk being in there, so they cut us off. But that's okay. Look, we still made it through. It's okay. I just
Yeah.
had to sit down for a cool 30 days. It's okay.
Mm.
But I do want to say a big shout out, Neela. Thank you for having us, and a big one to Michael Coyer, Bill Bellamy, and the rest of the stars that have definitely lent their hands to this brand.
I know,
We've been
right?
blessed over 11 years, man. We have worked with the whole black industry of
That
Yes.
stars,
awesome.
top to bottom. And the best thing about it, these guys never, never, never charge me a dime to push this brand forward. So,
Yeah,
I got to make sure I thank them on any interview I do, because
yeah.
without them, we wouldn't be anywhere.
Yeah, and you know what? That's all we can. If we can't do nothing else, that's one thing, David. And that's funny you said that. And I know I've got my next person's waiting. My next guest is waiting. But it's funny you say
We
that,
sorry.
right?
We just get to talking.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Look, but you know what? If we don't do nothing but at least extend each other. You know what I'm saying? Just push the link out there. Something. You know what I'm
You know,
saying? We
we
got
got
to
to work
start
together.
doing that. We really do.
I
But
live in ATL,
yeah,
and they push black business here,
yes, they
black
do all
back,
day.
black here. If we
I
could get
thank
this
you, thank you, thank you.
attitude throughout the
Yes,
whole country, we could start getting some influx of money back into the communities.
Yeah,
well,
Because
definitely.
I heard, I don't know if anybody else has ever heard this, but um, they blew up Greenwood, Archer, and Pine, which was the black
Black Wall Street.
metropolis, is
Yeah.
the Black Wall Street.
Hmm.
But did anybody know that the people that own those businesses took them to the Supreme Court? They won, they got paid, they rebuilt
Yeah,
it, but it failed.
absolutely.
And you
But it
know
failed.
why it failed? Because of segregation.
Yep.
And not because they were split, but desegregation. They took everybody wanted to go spend their black dollars with white
Show
people
y'all something.
because it was
Why
I
you
can't
talking?
get the white stuff better.
look, shit.
You see that?
Tulsa,
That's
Oklahoma.
Tulsa,
next month. Let
Oklahoma.
me move it over this
Look at
way.
that. It was like I knew
Okay.
that.
That's next month. Next month, and I'll let y'all go. Next month, we are for Black History Month. We're doing a month long of paying tribute to black businesses and to black cities who this held the torch for a person like me to be here. So
Yeah.
you'll see these will be on sale. They're $80. We're gonna have hoodies and the crew necks. I can't do it right on here, but this is from the luxury club line, and it's going to be hoodies, t-shirts, and crew necks, and they'll be on the website,
And
and they
Leslie
are
said,
gorgeous.
oh, well, Bonnie said, hey, big brother. Kimberly
So
Mixon
hey,
said, that mean old devil trying to throw a monkey wrench with one of God's children, right? When we were talking earlier about some of the things that we go to. And Jonathan said, you've always had a very different style, David. And
thank you.
he that's Jonathan Branch. And Leslie said, Busy Mama said, whoa, whoa, whoa. And Leslie Dinkins said, right on, Mr. For a while, wonderful, proud of you, stepped out in a way, believed in yourself. And that's the main thing. You believed in yourself and you
Absolutely.
stepped out on faith. But you know what? Also, with your mom being in the buying the business, see, you know what? That's really tripped out because I worked as an assistant to the assistant buyers and buyers for Sears,
Hmm.
Roebuck and
Hmm.
Company. When Sears headquarters was headquartered at the Sears Tower,
Hmm.
now called something different. I ain't even.
Yeah.
But yeah, I worked for them, so I know the buying industry as well, and that's interesting. That you were brought into this. Your mom been in this, and so you, of course, you had that sense of fashion and style. I mean, from birth. You know what I'm saying? So you always had this aura. You've always had this sense of style and fashion innate within you. So
There we go.
you just did it. I'm
You
proud of
guys
you.
are
Thank
amazing.
you so
You
much,
guys are
David.
amazing. I
Yeah,
thank you
and
guys.
I would say that many of us still believe white is right, rather support other than ourselves. And Bonnie, I don't mind supporting black businesses. No, me, I definitely don't. That's why I said I got to get me a pair of them. The ones I really liked were the ones with the white and the gold
Let me tell
ring.
you something.
Those
My
look
new
good.
ones will blow. Hold on. I know person. Wait a minute. Y'all gonna have to wait a minute. Because I
Okay,
got talking to do.
okay, okay. All right, Miss Positive Vibes. I see you down there.
We sorry, guests. I got stuff to do.
Yeah, right.
Let me find the new box. Hold on.
We in for a delight. We in
I
for a
do this for Michael Collier too. But
Oh my God.
I gotta find the new ones
Oh my
and
goodness.
show you. Yes. These just came in. And I ain't gonna, yeah, I'll show you one with all the colors in it.
Miss
These just
Positive
came
might
in.
want us some of these frames.
Because I tried them on when I was at Michael's house. I was like, Michael, give me these. You don't wear
Let's check out
glasses.
some.
I do.
T, that's you right there.
That is new. So this is the new luxury club frame. It is gorgeous.
Look at them
You
colors.
see that? I'm trying to get that right so you see it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I
that's perfect
see
right
it.
there.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
I'll show you one more that I'm gonna get off of here.
I love it.
We all got
Match
work to do.
anything you're wearing.
Bonnie,
So
I
this is
was there.
this is the new line
Frugal said those fresh.
for the ladies.
Oh, yes. That's
Those
like
are
a
Now,
sharp
lime
too.
green.
see, this is where I get out. Notice the arms. See all
Uh-huh.
the colors?
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll see in all my frames, you'll see lots of colors, and I wish you could see like the real, like on the bottoms of the rims,
Right.
it actually sparkles in the colors.
What?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So
I
see,
do see it. I saw it. I
yeah.
see it. I
So
saw it.
I'm a little different when I design things compared to regular people, because I can do the things that they can't because they stay traditional. I don't have to be traditional.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that's
those
the
are
difference from me
really,
designing
really
and they
nice.
designing.
Wow. Those are nice.
Thank you.
I got one more question for you. Get out of here.
All right.
Now, what if a person wants to use your frames for a pair of glasses that need
That's what they're
lenses for
for.
seeing?
Every single pair that I have is for your prescription. The only frame you cannot do in my line is a shield. So a shield means it's continuous.
Yeah.
Anything like this is my prescription. So I got my prescription in these.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, so anything you can put prescriptions in, we can tint them. I also have an online virtual optician. So we'll do your appointment right online without you leaving home.
So everybody hear that, right? All y'all out there, they got on them little glasses that's plain Jane and them Walmart glasses. Go get you some of these Ford
Please do.
glasses. Get the
Now
David
the only
Ford
thing is
so
we
you
don't
can
take
be styling and
insurance.
profiling.
That's a whole nother call. There's a reason for that. We cannot take insurance, but we can't take insurance because they don't pay us. But that's yeah. As an independent designer, they don't pay us.
That's crazy.
Now y'all get it, but we don't get it. So y'all get the glasses, but we get $25 per each pair that we give to you guys. And that's fact and that's law. That's law.
That's bogus.
Yeah, so unfortunately we can't do that. Yeah, they're blocking business.
That's a monopoly if I ever seen
Yeah, it is.
Well, it's
That's
a monopoly.
exactly what it is.
It's a monopoly.
You know
it's
what?
to scare us out of business is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
When I get my eye prescription, I can directly contact your optician.
Yes, you can.
And
yes,
then
you can.
give them my prescription, and then they can just set it in the frame I want.
Yep, they'll take care of everything.
That's good to know.
But
that's
that's good for people to know that. So
Jonathan Branch say that was his question.
Oh yeah, yeah. They take us out the loop. They take us out the loop. I guess I'll change one more pair while I'm right here because I ain't doing nothing else.
Okay.
We taking all your people time. I'm sorry.
No, I'm gonna bring you on. Hold on, I'm gonna bring you on.
Oh yeah, those are sharp right there.
So we it's so much we can do. It's so much we can do, ladies and men's.
Now they got the DF on the side on the
absolutely.
frame.
These got the Panthers on the side.
Yes. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Wait a minute, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. Yep. So
Those are
you know,
sharp.
we do so much, y'all. We do so much. We do a lot.
We are all gathered here.
Oh, you brought her on. Okay. We sorry.
And,
I didn't mean to take
and
your
women,
time up.
and Miss
I
Positive Vibe.
want a pair.
I was
I'm
finna
with
say, I
some of
know
them.
she wants some.
We
got y'all.
Yes, baby.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And I mean, I got a closet, a thing full of frames that I wear in. I'll switch out when I use my contacts. I don't really spend a lot of money on them because they just glasses. You know, they don't really the frame, the lens in it is just, you know, that whatever it was as a designer little sunglasses.
Yeah, they're demo lenses. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but that's good to know because a lot of times it's scary to send or to have take frames into optical places and have
Yes,
them
it is.
put in because
Very much so.
a lot of times they let you know if they break it, then it's not on them.
Yep.
Right, it's not one of their frames.
That's why we have our own artistic.
I'll be in touch, David. I love it.
Look,
I love it. Love it.
listen,
Love what you're
listen,
doing.
and this is what we're gonna do. So today, since we're on the Neela show, so if anybody buys frames today, we will give them 15% off by using the code Neela. How about that? So I'll create the code and they'll be able to do it. How about that? And I'm just gonna keep changing things. Yep. So if they use your code, so you can post it, and I'll make the code. Matter of fact, I'll make the code as we on here. I'm sorry for taking your interview time.
Oh no,
sorry.
it's all good. We're good.
I'm the wrong one to have on the interview because I take the whole interview.
You are doing what you're supposed to be doing. You keep doing what you're doing.
I take it over.
Hey, we one big.
Neela ain't gonna invite me back because she said, "Let me just."
Oh no, yes, y'all, we gonna have you back for Black History Month.
You know what, David? You just been so busy, and I was like, "Well, I don't know if he gonna have time to come do no show." So
it's tough. It's tough, but you know what? I had to stop, and you know what? I just made it for the interview because I just got off a conference call.
Wow.
So,
and that's why
but that's okay.
No, because I'm early, and I'm like, I seen him on Michael's show, but it's like sparingly. I'm like, does he be busy? I mean, he is a business owner, and business. I mean, that's the top of the morning is the best time in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And then buying and all that. I know at 8 o'clock, 8:30, they were in meetings. You know what I'm saying?
We had meetings.
So
David, are you hooked up in the fraternities and sororities? Because I have something I want to, I'll just blow you up over there, okay?
Well, let's hey, look, let's blow it up, okay?
Well, let's do this thing then.
You know what? Look, I'm all about it. I have a lot of my people who are fraternity and sorority, who actually purchased the brand, but I haven't done anything specific.
Okay.
And that may be something get with you, and we give them a code.
Okay.
Specifically for them. Neela, we gonna make
churches.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Now, I'm gonna talk about my black churches for a minute. They got to get it together.
Yes, they do.
All right.
All right.
We don't support black business, but we sure can wear Gucci, Prada, and Louis in those churches.
Come on now.
All day long.
Don't make me preach real quick.
All day long.
I'll get to preaching.
Okay.
Neela.
We need to talk, David. My background is in advertising, in promotions and all that.
Get my information from Neela. And you have my personal number, Neela. So
I don't.
You don't? But you will today.
Okay.
Okay.
My DM.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Ford, are you located in Cali?
No, actually, I am in Ohio.
Okay.
I'm in Ohio. Yep.
Say to you 4 hours.
4 hours from me. I worked in Ohio for 6 weeks. I was up there in different towns in Ohio. And then my last week, I went to see my dad because he's buried at Dayton Military Cemetery out there in Dayton, Ohio. So I went to go see my dad. And then I was glad I did because they had the wrong name. She disappeared. They had the wrong name on his tombstone. Yeah. Yeah. They spelled his name wrong. I'm like, That's not my
All
daddy.
right, Neela,
Uh,
your code is now active. If you can put it up there,
is it
your code is Neela. They will get
NEILA?
15% off. Yep, NEILA.
All right. And
So
there we
if they go to the website and use the code Neela, and you get 15% off, and I got it on all the glasses. Okay.
go. Okay. Okay, let me see.
Look, I didn't chase the other guest off.
No,
I didn't chase her off.
yeah, look
Got
at
Now
it.
she
another
didn't left.
call.
Oh,
I
there
got
you go.
another
She's back.
call. I got
She's
another
back.
call.
She's back. I said I didn't chase her off.
I got a call. It's okay.
Okay, I'm gonna bring you back on when you finish. Let me know when you finish.
Oh, I'm done. I'm
Oh,
done
okay.
with the call. Okay, y'all
All
can
right,
keep going. I'm
everybody,
good.
the code is at the bottom. That Bonnie said, just hold my sunglasses until I get there in Cleveland, big brother.
All right. Till I got her.
He said he got you. Yeah, Karen, those were nice, weren't they, Karen? All of them. So
Yeah.
everybody, there you go, the dfcbrand.com. There is code Neela for 15% off. Code Neela, NEILA. We also have with us today, we got Margot is in the house.
Hello, 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 my wonderful brothers and sisters.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And so
Yes.
it's amazing how we have this unity today on the show, where David Ford, the eyeglass eyewear connoisseur, and
Also the luxury club owner.
owner as well.
All right,
Hey.
all right.
Yes,
Nice to meet you, David.
Nice to
Mhm.
meet you.
Margot. And even though we had brought Margot in this today, you guys, basically it was about mental health and the connections of what we're trying to do with bringing awareness to mental health, which there is mental health month and there is mental health life, period. Because I don't see designating just a month to one thing. It's that every day. Just like Black History Month, actually Black History is every day to me. You know what I'm saying? Every day we aspire to be higher than what
Than the day before.
right.
And I got a question too, David. Somebody asked, could you show your hoodie? They want to see what you have on your hoodie. I'm gonna come out so that
This one.
the pictures is bigger.
Luxury Club. This is a Luxury Club hoodie.
A luxury club. All right now.
Luxury Club. Can you see it?
Yep.
You got
Yeah, Luxury Club.
Luxury Club.
This is a Luxury Club hoodie.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah. And so come on back on here, Turk. And so we got and David,
I'm sorry, what's the other gentleman's name? I couldn't hear.
David Ford.
No, not I heard David, but I didn't hear the other gentleman's name.
Oh, Randall. That's Turk. Randall.
Hi, Randall. Yes, I'm sorry.
How you doing, Miss Positive
Vibe? All right.
Stay on.
All right, Randall.
We got Miss Positive Vibes here and David Ford. And David Ford, you can also stay. Randall, would you stay on, please?
I'm you clicking and I'm clicking. I'm wondering why I couldn't get on.
I got a Mac, and you got to really push down on the Mac. You ain't no time.
I'm here for about another 3 minutes, y'all.
Okay.
45, I got another call.
Okay, got you. Thanks, David. I really appreciate you joining us this morning, and thank you for the code, access code. Everybody, don't forget to get that access code for 15% off for your David Ford eyewear today. Get that code, 15% off. Great deal. Thank you, David. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
And so I want to bring Miss Positive Vibes on, Margot on, because our other half of the show was basically about mental health. Though Margot is, Margot, give us an introduction about yourself and who you are and what you do.
Thank you. First and foremost, thank you, Neela, for inviting me and having me to be in this, I would say, energy that is about helping our people. I just love it, and I thank God for it. I thank God for all of you. And just as a little bit of a background, we all know that the stressors for Black community are different you know, from other groups.
Mhm.
And for me, as an educator for almost 14 years, as well as being in civic engagement, community relations, public policy, all of that, there's so much work to be done about it.
Oh yeah.
I was recently certified as a mental health first aid. Um, I was certified in mental health first aid by the National Council for Behavioral Health. And as a college adjunct in speech, my students, they had an aha moment. And one sister in particular, she said, Miss Williams, how is it that a lot of the professionals in this field are not Black, they're not people of color. How can they know how to give me therapy? I was like, oh my, here it comes. Our young people they get it. They're processing, understanding. And so
That's
I thought, why don't we create a space where they can vent and get the help that's needed? And it's not just for the young adults, it's for all of us to have that space. And Neela, you were helping facilitate that. Okay. And the vent to us format that you and I discussed.
right.
So this is a tremendous opportunity to do that so that we can create a space where we can be transparent and discuss things and not be labeled in any way. We need to, yes, take care, David.
Thank
Okay,
you,
Yeah.
David.
thank you. But you get me? I
Right.
mean, because I know when I went into an office, doctor's office, and they were, you know, you fill out these questionnaires and you start answering some questions. And if you say, well, you know, I need to relax more, and they tell you, oh, we can give you something for that. But then they want to hand you the clipboard that says that you got an anxiety disorder. Come on now, really? So the stigma, we have got to start taking ownership of how we are going to deal with this. And this is a step in the right direction, Neela.
Right. And that's amazing that you bring this up about ownership, about how we have to deal with it, because for so many years, our children have been diagnosed with this, that, those, and the others, been placed on a lot of medication, which
Mm-hmm.
stagnated that child's growth.
That's right.
I
Yep.
believe, yeah, it has. And yes, and I'm here to tell you it has stagnated their growth.
I'm one of them.
And you
Okay.
know, like my co-host Turk Randall, Turk Ray is his name. Randall is his name, but we've been calling him Turk for years, and we kind of grew up together. And so you know, he was on Ritalin
In the
Mhm.
60s.
in the
Okay.
and you know
So
that
for people that don't know that it was out in the 60s and it was
Mhm.
prevalent in the Black neighborhoods because
Mhm.
they always want to put ADHD on a
Mhm.
child.
That's right.
If you have a lot of
That's right.
energy, a matter of fact, I was talking about this yesterday when T said she was going to bring you on. You know, the
Okay.
parents
Okay.
send a child to school. They don't have time to fix breakfast. So when they get to school, the schools give the kids all these sugary cereals, a
That's
cinnamon
right.
roll, and a chocolate
Mhm.
milk. And now he in the classroom, the kids can't sit down. They talking about, oh no, sit down and concentrate. He
Right.
can't sit still. He can't concentrate. Oh,
Uh-huh.
there's something wrong. And then
Uh-huh.
what they do, instead of saying, okay, well, let's burn that sugar off of them and take them out and we'll do gym first.
Mhm.
Burn up
Mhm.
that energy for 35, 40 minutes. Let them run
Mhm.
around, run around outside. Then bring them
Yes.
back in and say, okay, now everybody settle down.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
No, they take it and then they want to label you ADHD or hyperactive. And that's what they told my mother. Oh, he's hyperactive. You know, he can't sit still. He's up in his chair and all the kind of stuff and disrupting the class.
Mm-hmm. And
So
you
he
bring up
does his work, but he still can't sit down and keep still.
Mm-hmm.
So she took me to the doctor, put me on Ritalin. Ritalin is a precursor to other drugs because I end up being a drug addict for 22 years.
Oh, praise God, you're done. Oh.
And I was on crack and heroin at the same time, like a basketball.
Oh, wow.
And it wasn't until I was in my 40s that I broke my addictions from.
Praise God that you did.
From like 22 years old to like 40, you know, this just out of control lifestyle. I could still function because I kept a job the whole time.
All right. Okay.
You know, so but it was just a hindrance to me because I went from having all of this energy and enthusiasm to where I just wanted to just sit down. My brother say the first time that he saw me when I was under it, he started crying because he said it wasn't me anymore. He said, you know, the little young 6-year-old vibrant boy that was bouncing off of the walls and cartwheeling and running and everything was just sitting there. He said, not speaking, not paying attention to anything around him, just sitting there. And I took Ritalin until I was a freshman in high school.
Wow.
And I stopped taking it. On my own. My mother would give me the pills and I put it up under my tongue, and then as soon as she leave, I spit it out.
Oh, were you finna say, Mimi? What were you finna say, Margot?
Well, what I was going to say, praise God that you were able to move through all of that adversity. Yep. And let's not be, how can I say, we need to be aware that this there's an agenda that happens in the educational system that creates what you just mentioned for many of our Black boys and Black girls. Think about the diversity or lack thereof in the educational system and some of the teachers and their practices in the classrooms, which you mentioned, aside from the sugar, but what happens in the classroom? I can give you a tangible example. How about a young Black boy who likes to have fun with his friends and be out, you know, that what you call it, rough housing, and you're all just having a good time. You don't mean any harm. Right. But the teachers, because they're not of the same cultural background as you, don't know how to understand what it is that you're doing. So they write you up. And then the mother, the loving mother, and I'm talking about myself because I have a son, would come to pick him up. And there was a note on his locker every day. So negative reinforcement, not only with the child, but to the parent who is working hard, trying to make everything come together, and then having to deal with that. So we have got to be, as they say, wake up to what's going on and come up with strategies to work with love rather than punishment. And punishment and taking away things, because that adds to depression, which is also part of the reason why there's a need to take something to medicate to make me feel better because I'm not feeling good right now. So these are the things, and what this the Vent to Us initiative that Neela and I talked about is an interest in partnering with people who have the sensitivity to work with the Black Indigenous people of color, BIPOC. We looked it up, and there's a movement of people who understand we need to come together and do these strategies and talk and listen and implement things to heal us instead of hurt us. That's what this is about. And so this right now broadcast is opening up that vortex to say, if you're interested, send us an email, Vent to Us. Tell us what it is that you want to do to help heal our people and these families, because our families are so broken. This has been going on for so long. And these are the reasons, part of the reasons why we're broken. And when I have students who, because they can't come see me because COVID made it so everything was virtual, and they cry because they can't see me because I'm that surrogate mother or that sister or that person who gives them a reason to live. That is some serious awareness. And that's what brings me to this, what I want to do. This is exactly why we're here. And from me, to you. Mm-hmm.
It is. So now, Margot, you also mentioned. So let me ask you this, Margot. Everybody, take your screenshots of the dfcbrand.com the
Mm-hmm.
day before it. You guys are interested, you can use code NEILA, NEILA, for 15% off today. Once again, that's code NEILA, NEILA, for 15% off. I'm going to remove those banners. And because I want to make sure that I have the email correct for you, and that is hold on one second.
We had to create it special because it was we had to do two things because we were trying. It's a VENT, the number 2,
Right.
then TOUS. Vent to us is really what we're trying to say. We are at gmail.com.
US.
VENT number 2,
Uh-huh.
then TO us.
Uh-huh. At gmail.com.
Yes.
All right. And that's what we had created because nothing else would take.
Thank you.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I went through all of them for her too, for all the Vent to
Yes. Yes.
whoever had started a Vent to Us, once, like whatever Vent to Us that is, that has captured all those emails under that, they did that intentionally, which, like I said, they did it rightly so, because that way that keeps down a lot of the confusion with everybody, with other companies that open up under that, because other companies can open up under that. So it depends, their location and all that kind of stuff. So if you guys want to email to her about situations, also use vent, the word vent, VENT, the number 2, the word TO2, and us, US. It doesn't have to be like you see it, because when you send to an email, it doesn't matter about the upper or lower case. Just make sure you got the number 2 in place and no spaces, and that's that. But Margot, I want to ask you, because I know when we were talking, you were telling me about an app that you're talking, right?
Oh, I came across Cassandra Mack Ministries, and that sister evangelist, she's just amazing. She is on target about what we have been dealing with, meaning I'm going to be sensitive for my sister girls, because I know that I've had moments where I'm like, why are these people being so negative? And I'm doing nothing but being love and light. What's the problem? And she explained that when folks are envious, that just your mere presence causes them a problem, because they don't see a way to be that, and they're frustrated. But no comparison is necessary. Be the best you that you can be. That's where I come from, that light. And Cassandra Mack, she has it together. And so I really recommend, for any sisters who can relate to what I'm talking about, check out Cassandra Mack Ministries. She's on YouTube. She's on Amazon. She is just amazing. She has figured out some of the reasons why. So that's what you were speaking of, Neela.
Yeah. And it's also, it's also a bloodline that has trickled down over the centuries, believe it or not, from the PTSD, the post-traumatic slave disorder, that has, resonated highly in the Black community. And also the fashion of Willie lynching, the Willie letter, how he's going to keep his niggas, his slaves, and
a lot of mind games.
Plus kids, and the mind games that they used against for us, among us, to keep us divided from ourselves. There was the group of the good hair girls, and then the group of the light skinned girls, and the group of the big booty, nice big breast girls, and the group of the ancient mama looking, go in the kitchen and all you need to do is cook and put a rag on your head type girls. And so then we, those clusters,
cliques,
those enclaves, those
Mhm.
enclaves, let me put it that
Mhm.
that's a better word for it, those enclaves of
Mhm.
light skin, long, pretty hair. Because see,
Mhm.
you got to realize a lot of them, the reason they were light skinned is because they were mixed, because Master went in there and they had raped them up,
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
And so a lot of them, you know, we like, you know, don't be, you know, be proud of who you are, but don't be so bold to the fact that you ignore that there's
Mhm.
other beauty in the world, you know, and acknowledge that, and don't look down,
That's right.
you know,
That's
don't
right.
put your nose up in the air. And a lot of,
Mhm.
I mean, we've come to be that group of people
Mhm.
that have walked this walk of this
Mhm.
ladder,
Mhm.
that this little old dried up man that they claim never even existed. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I'll be
Mhm.
darned if those darn words on that ladder didn't. It
Okay. Okay.
exists still to this day.
Mhm.
Oh, he was real. Willie Lynch actually was a slave owner. He owned sugar plantations in the
Mhm.
Caribbean,
Mhm.
In the South.
and his plantations were ran so well. Other slave owners went to him for information on how to control your slaves. So
Mm.
he came up with the Willie Lynch letters, um, and sold them to other slave owners. You know, like a pamphlet. You could buy this
Mhm.
book or tell you how to, you know,
Guide,
when you get
how
your
to
slaves, how to
guide.
roll, you
Mhm.
know, how you can divide and conquer. That's all
Yeah,
it was.
it was a how-to guide.
Yeah, it was a how-to guide. Exactly.
Mm.
That's exactly what it was.
Simple as that. That's what it was.
I Miss Mimi, have you heard of Dr. Umar Johnson?
I cannot say I have, but what do I
Um,
need to note about him?
he was uh, a doctor certified in clinical psychology for children,
Okay.
and
Okay.
he worked for the Board of Education in the state of New York for like 20 years, and
Okay.
he got out of it because he said they were creating. He was the one that first put out the pipeline from school to prisons, talking
Mm.
about how they label the kids
I've heard of
ADHD
that. Yes.
and
Yes,
all
but
of
I didn't know
that.
his name.
And he say it's
Mhm.
a prerequisite to
Mhm.
setting young black
Yes.
males up.
Yes.
And you start with putting stuff in their chart when they're little kids,
That's what I was
you know,
saying. These
and then
notes on the locker.
mhm.
Mhm.
And he
Absolutely.
say
I did not
the
realize
parents
that.
don't realize
Mhm.
what they're doing when they give them these medications,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
how black male children learn differently
Mhm.
than
Mhm.
other children. Say the
Mhm.
black females
Mhm.
are going through it, but they're more adapt to the system, you
Mhm.
know, to be able to make it through, to be able to
Please.
learn. But it's not really that they adapt to it better. It's
Mhm.
just that they're so used to being forced into the flow.
Yeah, yeah. A shout out for Black male psychologists, please. We are in desperate need for more brothers in this doing this work. We really, really need the brothers doing some of the work. I actually came across a entity, I would call it a college that is an academy. I think you all will be heartened to know there's actually a Black mental health graduate academy in Newton, Massachusetts. I was
Wow.
like, yay. Yes, and I will provide that information for you, Miss Neela. It's I can give you the website. It's
Okay.
williamjames.edu.
Hold on 1 second. Let me see something here. Let me get this.
And
And
maybe there's a way for us to replicate that, around the country, because
yeah.
this guy knows what you just talked about.
Uh-huh.
We need
Mhm.
this desperately. It's called Black Mental Health Graduate Academy. WilliamJames.edu is the name of the place. It's Williams James College. William James College.
Yep, I come
Because
from a long line of educators myself. Just about all of the females in my family were either teachers or counselors, or even my grandmother. She was like
Yes.
the Southwest Side Division leader for the Chicago Board of Education over the food system. And the times that she came up were, I mean, where she was running things were in the middle 50s into the 60s. You know, when public schools were transferring over from all white to bringing in the blacks, you know, more prevalent in the cities, and mixing the children's in the school districts. And she said a lot of the kids that, you know, that they were considering gangbangers,
yes,
were children that weren't being fed properly. Their parents were trying to work. So the kid is almost raising itself because the family is trying to survive financially. And it put a lot of stress on the children as well as the parents. So a lot of times when they would go to school, their only connection to an adult for solace or to be able to go to them with a problem was at school.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But when they start taking the counseling out of school, it really hurt the black community.
Yeah, or either they remove the counseling completely, or they dwindled it down. You got one counselor for a whole body of students.
Yeah, for one section of a city.
That is crazy as all get out, because I mean, one counselor housed in the school. That little office, you know, that little office that you go into, that you got to go to the back room, is like almost like a storage room, but that's the little counselor's room. And, and what's the entire school? And
but even
or certain students.
Yes, but even what's worse is that they have transitioned it to resource officers, which is making it more judicial in terms of getting us in the pipeline. Let's be real clear what's happening with that. Okay. So we got to stop this. And if we can create that space where we can convene and come to, you know what I'm saying, regardless of what is being done systematically, we can create our own positive systems. We can create our own spaces where our children can go to. And I'm willing to learn what it is to get, you know, to do the processes and get the insurance and things of that sort, but that's not really my jam. My jam is to bring together the coalition so that whatever resources are needed, that people get them, because sometimes the mental health is about being well in your mind. So if you can vent to someone, I'm upset about this, that, or the other, sometimes that's all you need, is just to have a place to say what you're feeling, and for someone to understand that. And then through that discourse, maybe you do come up with some options that are viable, and then you take steps toward those options. That's what we need to be about. And if deeper counseling is needed, NAMI is available, but that's not the only place. If you're not familiar with that, that's the National Mental Health Alliance. If you're not familiar with it, I can give you that information as well, Neela. And that's the helpline. If anyone has an immediate need, that is one of the sources that I would refer them to, because we know people exist in the reality that works for them. Even if it hurts you, they exist in the reality that works for them.
Right.
So being aware, okay, I need to do something different because it's not comfortable for me.
Exactly.
That's we want to help people with.
Exactly. Right.
Miss Mimi, is there an age limit on the people that can call to on your site for, you know, to vent?
I would prefer that this is the young adults to adults, because I don't know, you know, I'm not trying to get in any legal, you know, entanglement. So they have to have permission. If anyone is listening who is younger, that, you know, I would say what's under age of 21 and you have an interest, you need to talk to your parents or your guardian and see if it's okay if you reach out and get the resources, because right now we're not doing any endorsements. All we're trying to do is to be resources to help people get the help that they need.
Right. You
So
just want to be the link to
yes,
the source
yes,
of
yes,
the help.
that's
So
correct.
like I do on my show, I'm the link
Mhm,
to help people to find whatever it is. Now, one of the things you did mention with me, Margot, when we were having a conversation a while back about how you would like whoever, if any of you all know anyone that's in the mental health field, Black, African American, that's in the mental health field, be it a psychologist,
mhm,
psychotherapist, a counselor,
mhm.
please contact Margot. And let me get this banner again.
Thank you.
Let's see. All right. Contact Margot and send it here to vent2us@gmail.com. That's vent to us at gmail.com. So you're putting vent, VENT, the number 2, the word to, and us, US. Vent
Mhm.
to us at gmail.com. And you see it scrolling. Take a screenshot, everybody. We really would appreciate all recommendations that you guys have for anybody that you know that's in that industry, so that we can build this profile and build this app of resources for whoever needs help. And then it would not be age required, I don't believe, because
Right,
I feel that
right.
anyone that needs help,
Mhm, mhm.
sometimes they can't go to their parent and ask,
Right, right. I
um,
understand.
can I look at
Mhm.
this? Sometimes they don't want their parent to know.
But they need to articulate that in the email,
Right.
and then I would refer them to someone who is in that age range. See, the beauty about this sending the information to the email is it's still very confidential.
Mhm,
They don't have to feel ashamed in any way.
mhm,
Know that you're doing the right thing to reach out to someone to get some
mhm.
help. And
Right.
then you will be referred to someone who might be able to address your need exactly in the way that is necessary. And the other thing is there are graduate students, there are college students who are learning the craft, who have hours that they need
They
to
have to
put
get.
in.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I know, because I'm a
Yeah.
college instructor, I have some resources where I could point people in those directions. So it's
Yeah.
a win-win.
My internship. So yeah, I know. Right. You do
See?
have to do, either you're gonna do the hours if you're looking at psychotherapy, like here, we have the
Mm-hmm.
Atlas School in Chicago. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
awesome. The School of and
Mm-hmm.
so they have to get clients to come and
Mm-hmm.
sit while they do their hours, and they do their psychotherapy or whatever it is that they're doing. But like with the kids, the only thing is that to even refer out, we got to make sure that the people that we refer them out to are background checked as well.
Oh, for sure. For sure. For
Because
sure.
doctor or not, you can
Mm-hmm.
be a psychopath,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
and,
And see,
and have a
mhm.
trail of craziness behind you. From
And that's the other thing. You're
yeah,
so very right about that. And as educator, for as long as I've known, I've worked with the University of Illinois, and background checks are required. Background check is required for my current position. So I have no problem with that.
right,
And anyone who might say, well, I don't want to do a background check, then I'm like, well, then I don't know that I'd be able to be of support.
right.
Yeah.
Or either use you as a service if they're a service provider.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
because even the service providers is what I'm talking about are the ones that need
Mhm.
background checks.
I kind of feel like if a
Right.
person don't want to do a background check, what you got to hide?
Yeah, makes you wonder.
You
That's
know, you
true.
should be able to just walk in and say, "Hey, we're going to do the background check. No big deal."
That's right.
But
That's right.
but something that Black people have a problem with going to counselors and psychiatrists and stuff,
Mhm.
because they feel like if you go to speak to someone about a mental issue, that it shines a light on you for having a mental problem.
Yeah.
Not realizing that's a problem right there.
That's a problem right there.
If you think that you're afraid that you're going to have a mental problem, maybe you do need to get checked out.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
the people just need to realize this is a much needed thing for our people.
It really is. It really.
Yes, so true. I'm going to have to go in a moment, but I
Yeah,
just
well,
want
we
to.
got to close out too. But I
Mm-hmm,
want them to know how to reach to you, which is to us at
mm-hmm,
gmail.com. If you
mm-hmm,
guys have any questions about her, what her pursuits or what she's putting together, or if you have any offers of service that you guys can render up. Once again, a lot of this will be volunteer based unless they are walking into an office for services or whatever the case may be, or it's
mm-hmm.
telehealth
Can you can
services.
you enlarge the event to us? The Black
Yeah,
Mental Health Graduate
actually,
Academy is still
yeah,
up
actually,
because
I can do that. I can just
yeah,
take this one out.
yeah, that helps because that was just a resource that I was happy that I was able to find. And there's another one I want to mention for our future program, Neela, for you to consider is a lot of us who are still working professionals are dealing with a lot of gaslighting and microaggressions. And for people who may not know what that's about, we need to have that discussion. There's a fellow by the name of Dr. J. Luke Wood that I saw at I think it was a men's conference that was held at Elgin Community College a few years ago. And he understands what we as a people have been going through. And I know I'm experiencing it still. And we need to learn or share with others the strategies that will help us to navigate that because it is real. And this recent political environment that is so toxic that we have experienced has
Ooh,
heightened these
crazy.
Yep.
the cultural I'm going to say dismissal of us
I
in
was going
our
to say dissonance.
significance.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And trying to dismantle and disregard our talents, our skills, our abilities, the things that we are competent in. They don't want to acknowledge that. So the way that they try to sidestep it is to say we're emotional or there's something that we're
Yeah.
doing that. And I'm like, no, baby, I'm factual. So
Uh-huh.
when you come for me, you get ready to get got on that. But we need to talk about these things.
Right.
Okay.
But isn't
Yes.
that something though? It's funny you say that, Margot, and I know we all gotta go. But one of the things that kills me is that I've been in conversations with people, especially of Caucasian,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the things they're like, well, why are you getting so emotional and getting so sad? I'm like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not upset. What makes
Not at all. Mm-mm.
what would give you the idea that I am upset?
No. Yeah, because I'm challenging you with truth and you don't want to
Yeah.
hear it. Oh,
Right.
really?
Oh, because
Speaking
Well,
I
truth to
know,
power.
because I am who I am and I'm
mhm,
already vocal as it is, and so my
that's
voice is
right.
strong. So you think
Hmm.
I'm upset, but no, I'm not.
Same here.
I'm not upset.
Yeah.
I'm just.
So we need there's work. Hmm.
I'm sorry. I don't talk like that. I talk like this, and that's who I am.
Hmm.
And you don't be so judgmental. Uh,
See, we're gonna have to put a filter on that conversation, but
right,
at least try to. But
right,
you get it. We know.
right. And
But
Joan, good morning, Joan. Joan said microaggressions are like a steady stream of pin pricks.
say it. That's exactly what it is.
Yes,
Hmm.
it is.
Well,
Yes.
well, baby, we got the pin cushion for you to stick it in and understand that. Now we done with that. Moving on to the next thing.
Next,
We're not
right?
dealing
Come
with
on.
it.
Wait. Next.
Hmm.
Next. Hello, everybody. Listen, Margot, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thank
We
you.
would love to bring you back on a board to talk about the microaggressions and all the
Mm.
things that's going
Yeah,
on.
we need a full show
Show for
of
that.
Okay.
this.
And I
Okay.
would like
Thank you, Randall. Okay.
I do have a couple of openings next week on Thursday or Friday. I mean,
Um,
Wednesday or Thursday. So let me know what works for you. Everybody,
okay.
I want you all, first of all, to say, get this information to reach out to Margot, especially if you guys know any black, especially black males and black
Hmm.
females, but black
Hmm.
males because
And
they're
people of color, it's all good.
right. But
Hmm.
because of like you request like black males because they're so absent in the
Hmm.
field, and
Hmm.
we need to see them because actually they are the strength. the platform, the foundation, the king, you
Yeah.
know, of the household. And we
Mhm.
need that black male to step up. And if they are professionals or paraprofessionals, you all in the mental health field capacity, please reach out to Margot at vent to us@gmail.com.
Thank you so much. And one other thing I wanted to mention, I did a search on Black mental health, right? And went to Psychology Today. And lo and behold, I find an article that says how racism affects on Black mental health. And guess what? It's written by an Asian woman. Not a problem if she
Come
come on.
on.
No,
How
I'm
would
just
she
saying.
know?
This is why I think we need to step up, in that we know there are hundreds, thousands of competent Black and people of color, indigenous people who know our situation. How is it that when you Google for Black mental health and in Psychology Today, the person that is featured is someone who is not even, doesn't even know us that way?
Right.
How is this possible? We
Right.
need to take control of our narrative. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Bang, baby. You got that right.
Mhm.
You got that right, Margot.
Much love.
I
Be
know
the best you.
You're full of this one, ain't you, Joan? That's
Baby, be the best you by choosing to share the best of yourself with others. Know that venting is a definite release and a way to move through life's adversities. Push
It is.
with prayer. That's what
It
I
really
think.
is. It really is. And everybody, I want you guys to know this. I want everybody, first of all, to know to reach back and give back. Somebody out there needs your smile. Somebody out
Yes.
there needs to hear some
Yes.
kind of words from you. They might need an ear to hear. They might need a prayer. They might need a sandwich, a
Yes.
bottle of water, a jacket. The
Yes.
Spirit guides everyone. Listen,
Yes.
there is so many homeless people and people in need, distraught out there. If you know, and the Spirit is placing on your heart to do something for somebody, just do it. Get rid of it,
Yes.
give it away. Don't worry about what they're going to do with it. That's not your concern. It
That's
is the
right.
Spirit opening you up to be a
Mhm.
resource for the giving and the nurturing of someone else, which means indeed
Absolutely.
that the Spirit is going to also give and nurture you as well. So just
Absolutely.
know that, everybody. And also know that God loves you. God loves me. God loves everybody under
Yeah.
the tree with a big back paddy wag. Give your God some praise, because God
Yeah.
has kept us all of these days. Don't
Yes,
get
ma'am.
it twisted. And I just want y'all to know love, peace, soul, and hair grease. If your scalp is itching, please go wash your dirty hair before you condition. And that's how I'm going to leave y'all today. Y'all know we'll be
Love it.
back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time on In My Element with Neela. That be myself and my co-host Randall Turk Ray. We'll be here
Love it.
tomorrow. And tomorrow, join us because we are featuring Mikael of Edenic expressions, and we are going into we're talking about a juice cleanse.
Okay.
Cleanse. So tomorrow, everybody, join us tomorrow, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. In the meantime and in between time, God bless you, Margot. Thank you so
Thank you,
much
Neela.
for
Thank you,
joining us.
Randall.
And we would love to
Appreciate
have
you.
you back,
All right.
especially on that micro get. We need that conversation.
All right. All right, love. Have wonderful days, y'all. Okay.
All right,
Yeah, you gotta
everybody.
come back though, Miss Margot, so we could do a whole hour.
Yes.
Because I need to look. I need to pick your brain. I want to see what are you talking about when you be talking about them indigenous people.
Oh,
Because a
yeah.
lot
Well,
of folks don't know that we
BIPOC.
indigenous.
We got to figure it out. Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right.
God
God
bless
bless.
All
you
right.
all. Peace on earth, everybody. Be safe. Thanks for
Bye-bye.
joining us again. God bless and have a great rest of y'all day. See you tomorrow morning.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Bless up.